Welcome to Nico Gutu Live. We are on set at Northampton Community College, college that I really love. All the things that I do in life right now, I studied it here. The faculty is great, the staff is great, the student is great. They have a huge international department. They great concerns. They try to make everybody comfortable on this campus. That's why whenever I come back here, I feel more comfortable. And this evening, we are blessed to have the best in the department.
My name is Patty Bolas. I'm the Assistant Director of International Admissions at Northampton Community College.
My name is Dr. Anissa Pell. I'm the Assistant Director for Center for International Education.
What makes Northampton special and different from other schools in terms of international students?
I think one of the things that makes Northampton exceptional for international students is that even if you're not home and you're missing your family, your mom, your dad, you really get surrogate parents here. Like, I like to call myself a mom, an auntie, a sister, anything to help you. If you're having a good time, we celebrate together. If you're feeling a bit lazy, I'll come and kick you a little bit so that you can do your work and make sure that you're successful.
Thank you.
I think one of the beauties of Northampton is that we are a home away from home, and we also have a home away from home, which is important because as a community college, our community lines do not end. We are a very global community college, and we do have housing, which is very, it's rare for community colleges in the United States, especially on the East Coast, to have housing. The other thing is our location.
Mm-hmm.
And we are an hour and a half outside of New York City. We are an hour outside of Philadelphia, 3 hours outside of Washington, D.C. So it is key if you really want to get the American culture.
Well, the number of African students are definitely increasing. And it's not just from Northwest, Northeast, or Sub-Saharan Africa. We actually have a diverse population. We have students, and as you know, the continent of Africa, how many languages that you speak, the standard European languages as well as the local languages as well. So the number of African students is really increasing to a place where our community is starting to understand the diversity of culture, of language, and of experience that all African students will bring to our campus.
Our Kenyan community mostly lives off campus because we have a strong Kenyan American community.
I know.
Right at our fingertips. So that's the beauty of the support systems. There are certain things that we can do as a college, but when you have your own, if you're more comfortable living off campus, which most are, there's a huge community that will assist you.
There's a couple of options for when you're living on campus. There's the option to have a single. There's an option to have a double, or there's an option for efficiency apartments. Efficiency apartment has a full kitchen, so you can prepare meals if you like. However, we also offer students the opportunity to purchase a meal plan, and the meal plan, one of the best meal plans is what we call the carte blanche. So it covers everything: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it also gives you a couple of extra dollars to buy some of those goodies, those not so good food. I happen to be married to a Zambian, and they in Zambia, his tribe, they make this thing called nshima. So which is probably similar to, yes, right.
Yeah.
So the cafeteria does not make those meals. However, you can request it, and you can even. What's great about the staff at Sodexo is that they will even have you come back to the kitchen to give directions to the chef so that they can prepare particular special meals for you. However, in keeping in mind with different cultures and religions, all of our foods are considered to be halal, and if they're not, they are marked as such. It's also kosher and as well as any other dietary restriction.
Northampton academically is an open admissions program. So as long as you are 18 years of age and or graduated from high school, you can get accepted to the community college. However, as an international student to go along the visa process, you have to prove that you have the funds to be here for at least 1 year. Whether those funds are in Kenyan shilling or whether they are in the European dollar or if they are in the American dollar, it doesn't matter, but it has to be equal to the amount required.
For your program?
All programs will be the same.
Oh, okay.
So regardless of whether it's computer science or business administration or liberal arts, and what we do is we ask to see that you have the readily available funds. It cannot be in stock accounts. It cannot be in retirement funds. It can't be in employment. It has to be readily available. So it has to be a savings account, a checking account, a cashable CD, and we have to have proof from the bank or the financial institution.
And for this year, what's the amount?
It's approximately 25,000 roughly. US dollars.
US dollars.
If you're living with family, it's 18,000 US dollars. If you're living with a family, for example, if you're living with Nixon and he's not charging you rent,
then I write a letter.
Then you write a letter, and then you have to prove the 18,000.
18,000. When they're back home.
Yes, everything is now available online. And you can also email the international office and if you have an inquiry and more questions at international@northampton.edu.
Okay.
For the high school diploma, a lot of times the Kenyans will send us a final test exam.
Yeah, KCSE. That is
Yes.
the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education.
And that's all we would need.
Okay. So I know like countries like Rwanda, for example, they don't do it in English. So how do you handle that?
Well, some of us are multilingual. And if it's in Arabic or if it's in French or Spanish, or we will have someone translate it for
Or
us.
in the Zambian language.
Or yes, from Zambia. We'll send it to her husband. Sorry. But we will have it. We have to have it. The bank statement needs to be translated. The diploma we're lenient on because we're a community college, but the bank statement does need to be basically in English or French or Spanish. It can't be in Arabic.
How many semesters you have in a year? When is your big semester? Is it in the fall or spring?
Definitely in the fall. However, the spring seems to be growing and growing. Depending on, the interesting thing is, a lot of the nations that we're going to start to recruit in, their ending date could be November or December.
Yeah.
So they're ready in January. So we're so used to the American education system, which fall is the big, but that number is decreasing and the spring is increasing.
Okay.
We have the International Student Organization. It is a wonderful organization. It's not just for international students. Everyone in the community is open to join. And I'll just tell you a couple of the big things that they do. Every year, they plan at least 2 trips. One of the trips is usually the Washington, D.C. area, Florida. But this year, they're going to Puerto Rico, which is a Commonwealth of the United States. But it's situated in the Caribbean Sea, so you don't need an additional visa, and it's exciting to be able to go out to the beach. They also put on what we call the International Day, where the students actually perform. They dress in their traditional attire. We actually partake in foods that are from their country, either that they've prepared on their own or the chefs here at the college have prepared for us to eat. It's really a wonderful event to see everyone dressed in regalia. There's a parade of the flags. And even in our, and this truly is an international campus because in our one of our dining cafes, It is, the perimeter has the flags of all of the students
Yeah.
who have graduated from NCC, and there are quite a few African nation flags that are flying.
So what kind of degree do you get here and after how long, and what connections do you have with the transfer?
We have different types of programs. We have diploma programs, certificate programs, but the most common is the associate degree. And that's typically a 2-year. However, some of us take longer than
A
others.
little longer, yes.
Also, if English is not your first language, we have a great intensive English as a second language program, and then you can go into one of the either a career track program, which are things like
Funeral science,
funeral service, automotive, radio, TV,
nursing.
Dental hygiene.
Dental hygiene. However, I do want to make a note, this is important, but our nursing, our dental hygiene, our radiography, our sonography program are selective admissions. So that's why I don't always encourage international students, because they're very competitive. But 90% of our programs are open admissions in the career track, such as architecture, automotive, communication design, they are open. However, probably our bigger thing on internationals is our transfer programs, like you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we do, if you want to transfer to a bachelor's degree institution, it's great to start here. You can save time, you can save money, and we have people that will help you getting to your next university.
That's correct. I was here for 2 years and I was able to get a scholarship to go into a 4-year college. So you can come in, do well, make sure you have a good GPA, and you can get a good school, right?
Yeah, whether you decide to go to Moravian, which is right down the street that you've probably never heard of, or Penn State, or a lot of schools that you can transfer to. There's no restrictions.
So, can you tell Kenyans when they come here they'll feel comfortable?
Of course they're going to feel comfortable. The blood that flows through my veins have obviously come from the continent because we share the skin color. But we're all one big family, and of course Kenyans are going to feel comfortable. Come to our office. Patty will meet you and smile. The director of our program, the associate dean, Dr. Manuel Gonzalez, he's also we're all just really excited about having people that want to come and learn and grow and add to the world and make it a better place.
Thank you so much. That has been the international department at Northampton Community College, and we're so glad we had them this evening. Apply to the school.
Hey, hi guys, my name is Khaloud Hassan Azran. I am from Egypt, but born in Saudi Arabia. I was also a student here. I did liberal arts with a concentration in political science to get into politics. After my 2 years, I went to Moravian College, where I earned my bachelor's degree in political science, a minor in sociology, and a minor in management. And then I came back home, which is this college, to work and help students like you discover what they're capable of and what programs seem fit for them. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to work with you, and I hope you choose Northampton.